I know what it feels like to feel stuck, looking at the cover of the books and not having the courage to even lift up and say what's inside. The mere thought of sitting the table and holding the book on the hand fears you, makes you scared, not being able to study, not being able to sleep in the night, even when you're very tired, your eyes are shutting down, but you just cannot let yourself sleep because in your heart you feel so guilty that you do not use the day to be productive, and now you simply do not deserve the rest. As soon as you woke up in the morning, you have to put up some music to distract yourself, rainy day lofi music, or some songs or motivational songs, cafe playlist, study playlist, because in this stillness you cannot function, as it triggers something in you. It triggers your thoughts, your anxiety, and you feel very restlessness. You cannot focus, you cannot do things, and you feel like you have to run, you have to constantly run from something. If you feel these things and you can actually relate to it, so this might be the video for you. I'm not gonna retake any shots from this movie or this film because this is solely for me and for you. I'm doing this for myself as well. I want to feel worthy. I want to get out from the loop of perfectionism. So I do not constrain myself. As soon as it is not perfect, I will not post it. I will not study if I have not started in the early in the morning, in the 5 or 7 a.m. Okay, if it's already 12 p.m., I cannot study now. It's they have been ruined. I will study tomorrow. I cannot do that. So I will not be retaking any of the shots. I will be posting this video in one shot, whatever it will come to me, whatever I actually believe in, I actually have suffered from, and how I'm actually getting over those things. I'm gonna say them, lead them clearly in front of you. For as long as I remember, I have struggled with my mental health and focusing on study and doing things, managing a lot of things I had in my hand at once. I have this nature of trying to do all the things because I want to live as loudly as I can, to pronounce so loudly that I exist and I am worthy of all the things, and I will do somehow all the things. Okay, but it is very hard. It can get overwhelming. There was a time when I used to be so scared of even touching the book. I would look at the book and the mere thought of sitting on the table and opening it up, the mere thought of opening a book scared me. It's just papers, and still it scared the hell out of me. And not being, I was having trouble with sleeping for almost for 2 years. I did not sleep properly for 1 year. Every single day, almost every single day, I got sleep paralysis. I was so stressed out. I was so worried what I'm gonna do in my life. I was so confused. Is there gonna be something? Do I have a purpose? Why do everyone seems to figure out everything, and why I have no idea where I'm going? I don't even know what I like. I like a lot of things, but they don't make me money. So what I'm supposed to do? They don't make my parents proud. What I'm supposed to do? Am I supposed to be the black sheep of the family for whole my life? There will be no occasions when my family will be going to my relative's house and saying, see my daughter, what she did. These things, they actually haunted me. The expectations that I set on myself, the expectation that my parents, the society set of myself, did actually triggered me and overwhelmed me to even take the first step. And that was a big reason why for a long time I was not able to start even the trivial things that I had planned. My friends, my family, they would compliment me. You are good at doing certain things. You should do those things. If you just start, things will be easy, but it's not that easy. The starting is the most difficult one. I get so scared. The mere thought of starting something from scratch makes me feel scared. It makes me feel I'm late. While irony is, not starting it is making me late, but it just feels like I'm not in the right time. I should have started it before. Now nothing can happen. The milk has been spilled. I can't do anything. This is the reality of students. The fear of you might not able to do it, and then everyone will be like, see, I know that he or she was not really smart. It was not their cup of tea. Or the thought of you might actually do it, and then people will have expectations and, oh, let's see what next they do. They will look at you, and then you have to somehow uphold those things. And then if you fail, your mistake will not be forgiven. You will not be forgotten. and somehow people will realize, oh, they were not special, they were just some, it was their luck, it was their chance, and somehow they did it in the first time. These things, this thought, these constant loops, the loops of anxiety and procrastination. You don't feel good, so you do not study. You do not study, so you don't feel good. And just like that, your whole day goes. I was very scared of starting and studying, and I was very scared of the thought that what my purpose is, and I was very confused and wanted to escape. I went into sports. I was good at sports. I was always a strong child. So I went into gym. I put everything I had in my gym. I would do 3 to 4 to 5 hours in gym. Think about it. Staying 4 hours in gym, what are you even doing? I do not know. I used to work out so much, and I was very strict on my body. Did it give a result? Yes, it did. I did get the body I wanted, and I was very happy with it. But see, you cannot stop a scratch by scratching someone else. If you have itch on your hand, you cannot fix it by scratching your second hand. You have to target the problem that is causing it. I was running from studying, so I went towards gym and study and all those things, and I buried the thoughts, buried the low confidence, these self-doubt, and they grew, and there was one time that they all burst, and I was having constant panic attacks. I was having trouble in sleeping. I was having nightmares, and I was not talking to people, and I was all in myself. These things were happening. So how do I fix it? Well, I did fix it. That's a good thing. It took time. It didn't take months. It took years. It took a lot of years for my life. Realizing that there is no concept of time. See, what I used to think is, if I have to study, I have to start it at 5 a.m. in the morning or 7 a.m. in the morning, and then I have to constantly do it for whole the day, taking appropriate breaks, and somehow everything will be fine. I will be okay. It has to be perfect, in the perfect order, in the perfect way, the way I imagine it. It must be like that. And this thought alone sabotaged a lot of my time, a lot of my efforts, and a lot of my willpower, because I was doing it again and again every single day, and I was failing miserably. And somehow, your nervous system, it did not heal with time. It actually believes what you taught him. If you every single day you are doing conscious, consistent efforts to make it realize it, see, you will not be able to do it. Every time you're promising yourself you will do it and you're failing, it will start realizing that you might not be able to do it. To fix it, you have to do things in repeated order to show it you are doing little wins, you are doing things, it can happen, it is possible. I thought it like that. Okay, I'm a person who's residing in India. Here it is 12 p.m. right now. It's the half day is gone, and I might have lost a lot of time. But let's imagine, in somewhere, some other place in the world, there must be a person who would have woken just right now, and it must be 7 or 8 a.m. right, and they must be very energetic and very happy that they have woken up at 7 a.m. They're gonna do everything fine, perfectly finely, and that they will be so productive. So what's the difference between them and me, right? We both might be the same. We both might be doing same efforts. We both might even be in the same major. So what's the difference? Difference is simply of the position of the sun, the timing, our perspective. That's the only difference. Why do I care about what the time is? Why do I care about it's day or night? Because that person is happy right now, and they are very, very proud of themselves that they have woken up the time, and they have a lot of time. Why am I so stressed about it? Because we have absolutely no idea how much time is left. I mean, if you don't have much time left, what's the point? Why are you studying things out? And if you have a lot of time, then you have time, right? You can do things on your own. It's not that difficult. You can start over. This mistake that I have done so much in my journey of these years as a student, that is always making a very time constrained timetable. I'm waking up in the morning at 7 a.m. Then I'm gonna brush my teeth. Then I'm gonna do the breakfast. And at 7:45, I will sit on the table and I will study for exactly 2 hours. And then there will be a 15 minutes break. Then I will do this and that. And see, the point is, it sounds very nice and it sounds very feasible. And you feel very proud. Oh my God, see, there are 10 hours to study in the whole day. But the point is, it is very difficult to follow it. Even for a single day, it is very difficult. Let alone if you're thinking of following it for the whole week, it will be very, very, very difficult, and it is not feasible. Let's say on the normal average day you wake up at 11 a.m., but that day, especially to follow that, you woke up at 8, but you were supposed to wake up at 7. So even if you're doing everything that you can, even if you're giving your 100%, you will, whenever you will look at the time, whenever you will look at the timetable, you will always be reminded that you are not on time. You are actually very late. You are 1 hour late already, so you are a failure. And there goes everything. Instead of piling your things that you have to do according to time, pile those around the things that you do or that you love to do. For example, I think that I will have my first study session in the morning after I come from jogging. The next study session I will have after lunch, and the third session, the last, will be after I hit the gym. So I have the cues that I have to do these things after things that I normally every day do. So that way it is very easy to follow it instead of being very strict on time, because one of the biggest problem that I faced was starting. I used to feel very overwhelmed. So my mom used to say, Sukriti, just start for 5 minutes. Just sit for 5 minutes and then you will get into the flow. And even ChatGPT, I asked him ChatGPT and he also said, just sit for the 5 minutes and you will get into flow. But see, the point is, I get scared even looking at the book. I thought, just look at the cover and look at sitting there on my table, just make me realize and remember all of the failures that I had in my life and all the time that I promised myself I'm going to do this today and somehow I failed. So it makes me very conscious of those things, and I don't want to go there. I want to bury those memories. I don't want to go there and open them up again and realize how much time I have wasted. Those were things that were preventing me from starting in the very start. Instead of thinking I will study for only 5 minutes, I always think of, I choose one of the tasks that I absolutely love and I just think of completing it. I do not think I have to study for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours. I just think I have to complete this task because I really like it. Pick up anything that you love. It can be very easy, it can be very difficult, it can be triggering. For me, it is solving cockroaches. Those are numerical problems like Sudokus. Yeah, I like solving Sudokus and cockroaches. I spend 15-20 minutes solving one. I'm already in the mood of studying, and the fear of starting just vanishes because I have already started and I didn't even realize it. So instead of focusing on how you have to start for 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 15 or 1 hour, 2 hours, focus on some tasks that you really enjoy. It can be very easy, it can be very simple. Focus on those things. Maybe puzzles are a very good thing that you can focus on. Thing that you can actually do. See, to fix something, you have to fix all the things that are related to it, that might be contributing to it. Your sense of self, the way you look at yourself, the way you feel about your body also affect a lot with your focus and the way you have faith in yourself. Okay, a lot of things do revolve around how much confidence and self-esteem you have. But confidence is not a habit, it is not a personality trait, it is simply consequence of actions that you repeatedly take towards yourself, towards your health, towards your mental health, towards your physique, and every single habit that you have in life. So also focus on your body. Sometimes you might be in a surrounding where you might be being overshadowed or people might just not encourage you. You can be surrounded by negative people. Okay, sometimes even our families, they have loved us, they have given us everything, but sometimes they might not be the best influence you want for positivity. See, so as such situations, you have to rely on yourself for that validation. You might not get it from others all the time. You have to rely on yourself, and there's only one way to do so, that is following the steps, following your own steps. Do things, build confidence. You want to study good, you have to take care of your health and your physique and the other goals that you have in other areas of your life. One thing that actually I would say is we do not realize, but actually being sick also makes big setbacks on our schedules and the habits that we have formed. So also take very good care of yourself. Okay, do not eat a lot of fast food. Cook most of things. Cook in the home. Eat clean. Drink lots of water. When you wake up in the morning, what I do is every single day I try to wake up before 7. Some days are good, I wake up at 5. Some days are okay, I wake up at 6:30 or 7. And as soon as I wake up, the first thing I do is I drink 1 tablespoon of sabjia seeds in water. What it does, it keeps your stomach cool in the summer. It somehow suppress your appetite. That helps you to not overindulge in emotional eating, and it is very good. It is rich of fiber. It is very good for your gut. So drink that in the morning. After that, go for 15 minutes of walking or do normal stretching, and then freshen up. And first thing you need to do is study. First thing you have to do is study. Do not go to gym. You can go to gym. There is no problem. But sometimes you have to realize there are people who say, oh, I go to gym, I work so hard, I go to gym for every day for 4 to 5 hours and I do so much things. But you have to realize, is going to gym a task for them, or is it their comfort zone? Sometimes we fool ourselves by saying we are working so hard by doing things that we have already accomplished. We have already won them over, so they do not feel overwhelming or pressurizing to us. So it is easier to those, for a person that has never been to a gym, who has been very, let's say, very overweight or very unhappy and very uncomfortable in their body. Simply showing up to the gym will be a very hell of a task for them. They will be very conscious. They won't know how to act. They won't even know what expressions to make. But for a person that has been consistently going to gym for 1 year, 2 years, it will be very easy. Actually, it will be their escape from the reality. So sometimes you have to give yourself a reality check. Are you actually working hard, or are you just diverting yourself from your priorities? And this is one of those things. I did it for a long time. I moved my focus from studying to gymming, sports, cleaning my room. Every day, single day, I was mopping the floor, I was cleaning my room, I was doing dusting, this and that, and my room used to sparkle. My books were also sparkling. They were sparkling clear. They were white. So realize what are your comfort zones and what are your priorities, and arrange them like that. Always put forward your things that makes you overwhelmed. First eat the frog, then when you feel too much scared, go to your comfort zone, get recharged and get back. You have to realize one thing, that you are not lazy. This is one thing that you have to deconstruct in your mind. You are not lazy, okay? Because if you were, you won't be feeling so shitty. You would have been enjoying this time, leisuring around, not studying, not doing anything, but you are not that, right? You're very miserable, you're feeling very bad about yourself, and that's the reason why you're watching this video. So do not be so hard on yourself. You are not lazy, you are tired, okay? You are not dumb, you're probably overwhelmed, and you will get it. Give yourself time, make steps, and you will be there. That's it. And that's it. I will meet you in the next video. Yeah.